Welcome to Fallen Enchantress, Legendary Heroes. I'm Eki. I've been playing this game for maybe about 40 minutes or so, and I've got two armies, which are pretty full. This one has 5 units, and my other army has only 2 units, but I've got a couple tanks kind of making their way up there. I just settled a new town right here, which gave me access to iron, and once the iron is finished, I'm going to start making some firebrands, because they are pretty awesome. Kind of wield this like big axe and do lots of damage and stuff. And I'm still trying to get archery unlocked, and it looks like I'm almost there. And I'm actually going to continue on to longbows here. So right now I'm kind of just exploring around, trying to collect treasure with my heroes. I've got a couple new places I can expand. I'm thinking I'd probably expand here before over here, because there's more resources and stuff. But I believe there's also some kind of big monsters here. There's like an ogre lair, which kind of makes that area a little more dangerous. And I don't really have enough army space or kind of powerful enough units yet to kind of take down those big ogres. So I'm just gonna keep exploring around. I still haven't actually found any like NPCs yet, because this is a huge map, and I think I only have, I think I set it to like 5 enemies. But looks like my iron mine is finished, which now means I get 2 metal, or 1 metal per turn. And so now that I've got some metal, let's see how much metal I need for one of these guys. Looks like I need 6 metal for firebrands. I gotta wait a couple more turns before I can make them. Might as well make a pioneer while we're waiting. So I've got actually another pioneer here training. So I might actually just settle both, settle both the areas here, and just kind of take the consequences if one of those monsters attacks or something. Although this area, like, it might be a better idea to settle here and then down here too, which I think is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna move up my army and take out this kind of patrolling mob here, because he'd probably try and kill my pioneer if he saw him. So let's just take him out real quick. I'm just gonna auto-resolve, because it's gonna be a really easy fight since I'm doing it manually. And it looks like my hero leveled up. He's a warrior. I like the idea of having more hit points, so that's what I'm going to give him. And there's my pioneer. So let's move my pioneer down to the corner here and settle, which should be far enough away from the ogres, hopefully. Maybe just to be extra safe, I'll move him to this tile instead. I'm gonna make sure that my city is building something. Still can't make a firebrand yet. I need a little bit more metal. So I guess I'll just wait here, because I really want to make those firebrands. Venomous short sword. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna equip it. If it's better than the Doom Club, then I probably will. But let's actually just kind of move this pioneer way down to this area, and I'm gonna have him settle maybe right here. Hopefully he'll be able to make a safe trip. They're pretty exposed, so I'm going to make sure this army is kind of on its way back up. And this is going to stop me every turn, so I might as well just train something. Oh cool, I can make firebrands now, so let's make some firebrands. here. Let's see if there's anything I can make. Can do the tower there. I don't really think it's worth making units in this village because it doesn't get the bonuses that the fortress gets. And since army sizes are kind of limited, it's a better idea to just make sure you're always making the best units you can. And I'm just gonna keep on training pioneers here and just expand like crazy. So that's bad news. I got a Darkling warrior army right here, and my pioneers are really exposed. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. But I've got a pretty big army up here, just kind of doing nothing. So I'm going to send them off to the east and maybe find some more areas to settle, because I'm going to be pumping out lots of pioneers here. I'm kind of in a expansion mode right now, so I'm going to try and make sure that I've got enough pioneers to do so. And got to make sure they don't die on the way over. So, very cool. Got another settlement here. And I'm going to build my monument and merchant. And that's pretty much it. So now that I got those guys covered, I'm going to send up Eki's army to kind of try and cover this other pioneer. And make sure that I've got all of my cities are doing something, building something, training something. At this point, I might as well just build the cleric and the tower, because I've got the extra production. Because I don't really need to make any more units. I kind of want to save up for more firebrands, but in the meantime, I'm gonna just kind of make more tanks. Actually, let's make sure my tank is up to date here. So I'm gonna edit and make sure I'm using kind of the best weapon for his stuff here. So this does 6 attack. The axe does 8 attack, but you lose a little bit of initiative. And the dagger does 6 attack, but plus 3 initiative, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm going to give him the dagger. And also let's give him some more defense. So now that I've added this leather vambraces, I got 1 more defense there. I can also add this leather cuirass, which is awesome, and a leather helm here. So it's kind of increasing my production time, but my metal cost is 1, because now I think it's because I'm using this dagger. The dagger actually costs metal, which is totally fine by me, because I think I should be getting some more metal soon. But I don't have enough. These throwing knives would be really useful because it gives them a ranged attack, but it's going to cost another 2 metal, and I'm pretty strapped for metal as is, so I can't really make those just yet. And the rest of this stuff is looking good, so let's just keep it as is. So now I've got this dagger, which gives plus 3 initiative, and my trait over here gives another plus 2 initiative. So hopefully this tank will be really useful. So let's save that guy and keep him in the serious pose there. And so the game is pretty smart about like not overwriting your old unit. So you can kind of see the difference here. This tank costs 58 production, and this one costs 71 production and 1 metal, because I gave him some new gear. So I'm actually going to retire the old version of the tank, just to not confuse myself and just always stick with the new version. And so things are looking pretty good. So let's finish that. And I got my firebrands here, so let's see which army kind of wants some more. We've got this army's got 2 slots, and my other army has 1 slot. So let's send up my firebrands up to Ecky's army up here. It's going to take him 12 turns to get over there. And it looks like I'm about to pop out another pioneer. I should probably be trying to get a little bit more fame, so that way I can get like a new hero and kind of start another army. I don't think you necessarily need a hero for an army, but I usually like to try and keep, 1 hero per army. But let's make sure this pioneer is safe. So now that he's in this army group, he'll be a lot more safe, and we can move him down to the area down here where he's going to settle. And let's make sure the city is doing something. So this city has a really high production, and it has barracks and stuff, so it'll help with the kind of military units that I build here. So so the tanks cost 3 metal, because of all the upgrades I gave them. Which is too bad because I also need metal for my firebrand, so I clearly need to find more settlements where metal is available. So now that my settlement has leveled up, I can do research with the conclave, or I can put more economy or more kind of military units. I think I'm going to go with the research. So I just made a conclave there. So now that I have a conclave, I can actually make a sage, which gives me a 25% bonus to research, which is pretty sweet. So now I have one of each. I've got my conclave, I've got a town, and I've got a fortress. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to upgrade this settlement to be once it gets big enough, but I should really think about taking out this ogre army soon before he causes me trouble. But let's move down to this area and get a new settlement set up, and keep on getting treasure. Got some soldier boots, and there's my next pioneer. So where do I want to go? Oh, I think I want to go way down here. Maybe not, because I already have a pioneer here kind of going to that settlement. I could make one right here. There's some iron ore here, which I need. There's 2 iron ores. So I think it's totally worth it. I'm going to build another settlement here, and then I'm going to build some outposts around here so I can grab this metal, because I need a lot of metal for the units I'm making. And once I have an excess amount of metal, I'll be able to give everybody throwing knives and stuff, which will definitely be useful. I'm worried that my pioneer is going to get killed on the way over there, so I'm not really sure if I've got any safer way to do that. It doesn't really look like I do. I think I'm just going to have to take the risk and essentially just keep on pumping out pioneers. But that looks like it took away the last of my population there. And I've got these darklings kind of scurrying about out here. So my main city here is, or my main kind of area here is sort of undefended, because I've got my heroes out exploring and stuff. There's a cave bear here. I'll probably take him out. But, so I guess we'll just have to risk, we're going to have to just risk the pioneer and hope that he makes it. Because if anything attacks him, he's basically dead. He can't defend himself. But let's take out this cave bear den here, because I want the XP for Ecky's army. And this time I'm going to send up my tanks first. So cool, I finally unlocked archery, and I'm going to be getting longbows next in 65 seasons. So, very cool. Now it's time to make as many archers as possible. So let's go on to here and get ready to make some archers. So I'm going to actually cut the video here. This is Fallen Enchantress, Legendary Heroes. I'm Eki, and we'll keep going here through this series, so hopefully you like watching them, and I will see you in the next video.